You guys had a lot of success getting out in transition tonight. You guys have had a lot of success in your career doing that, but to do it together at the same time seems like it could be something that you guys could have some fun with, and you maybe want to keep doing that more, combining in transition like that.
Well, we do. We understand that, to win championships, you have to be a great half-court team. But also we understand the dynamic of having, two players like myself and LeBron that can get out on the open floor and they can finish with or without contact and doing it at the same time. So I think we're starting to get more of a comfort zone. I know early on we both was looking for each other a lot. Now I think we get in a comfort zone of when to go on our own and then when we know the other guys ahead of us and to pitch the ball up to him and see his greatness. So I enjoy it. I have fun watching, this guy in transition. I finally got an opportunity to throw him a lob. We've been trying to get that for 7 games. He finally made one that I threw him. Let me say that. But it was fun. Like you said, we have fun. But, we just both enjoy getting out in transition, try to make, the game as easy on ourselves as possible because the defense do load up on us a lot. And, just helping our team out by getting out, and we get fouls, and we're able to get into the penalty, early on.
Well, I think the number one key, first of all, is to get defensive stops, and it makes it a lot easier. You look at D-Wade, he was able to have 10 rebounds tonight. And when we can start our own break, getting a defensive rebound, it helps us a lot. It helps us get out on the open court. And when we play defense like we did tonight, we was back to ourselves tonight, only giving up 41%. It allows us to get into the open court. And, we've seen some things tonight that we wish or that we hope we can continue to do. And that's getting to the open floor, creating matchup problems for the defense, and not having to go against a set defense every night.
LeBron, Chris shared a conversation with us that you guys had on the plane coming back from New Orleans. What was that about? And he talked about, you guys haven't really got to know each other yet.
Well, I think at the end of the day, the whole conversation came down to, X's and O's and looking on paper, LeBron and Chris and D-Wade are great basketball players, but I think what I got out of the whole conversation is us getting to know each other more on a personal level. And that's when you can do that, it makes the game much easier, and, I know a little bit about Chris. I know a lot more now, from last night's conversation. He was able to open up to me, and I was able to listen and get a good feel of where he's coming from. I think I know a lot about D-Wade. I've had multiple conversations with him over the years, so, me and his cohesiveness on the court is great. So I think that conversation definitely helped, and it showed in his play tonight. This is the most efficient game he had. This is the most efficient game we all shot 50 or better % from the field. But I think when you get to know someone off the court and know what they're all about, then it makes the game that much easier.
Dwyane, along those lines, is it tough to remember for you guys that, like Spo's been talking about, the process, and that it is a process, and even though it seems like it's been forever, it's only been 7 games. Is it tough for you guys to remember that there's still a lot of room, obviously, for this team to keep growing and doing things?
Yeah, I think just like it is for everyone on the outside as well. Like you said, it's only been 7 games, and we can, look at the next 7 as hopefully we're better than we was in the first 7. But, I think what Coach is talking about with us is the things that it doesn't matter what kind of games it is. We can control that just by the athletes we have, just by the competitive nature. If you've seen some of our practices, man, I understand, what he's saying. We get after each other in practice, and he just wants us to bring that same intensity to every game. Like you said, some nights our offense, he's not looking for our offense to really be, at a point where it's dominant to 20, 30 games down the road. But our defense and our effort should be there every night. And, we got to respect ourselves and each other enough to bring that effort. So, I think that's the way we continue to keep challenging ourselves. Right now, we're not looking at the record. We're not worried about our record. We look at ourselves by how we're playing. And I think today, even though we lost the first quarter, we had a great effort in that quarter. We made them, make multiple passes, and they made shots. That's going to happen, but we didn't put our heads down. We kept going. And today was another step in the direction where we need to go.
Dwyane, we saw you were bothered a little bit, I guess, either by a thigh or a hip earlier in the game, but there didn't seem to be any concerns about that when you and LeBron bumped there after that play. Did it go through your mind at all, or just you're sort of in the moment right there?
I got hit pretty good early on by Favors, but like I told myself, if I didn't have my pads on, I probably would have had to limp right to the locker room. So it was something that hurt, but I kept ice on it, kept doing what I trained supposed to do, and I felt a lot better, after I came back in the ball game. But LeBron got a lot higher than me. When y'all see the highlights tonight on that bump, I was
For
a
the
little
first
lower.
time in a long
I was a
time.
little lower.
I appreciate it. Make
All
sure
right,
y'all
guys.
set y'all clocks back too. Yeah. I want y'all late turning in y'all papers tomorrow.